Robins Air Force Base. Robins Air Force Base IATA, WRB ICAO, KWRB is a major United States Air Force installation located in Houston County, Georgia, United States. The base is located just east of the city of Warner Robins, 18 mi 29 km south-southeast of Macon, and approximately 100 mi 160 km south-southeast of Atlanta, Georgia. The base is named in honor of Brig Gen. Augustine Warner Robins, the Air Force's father of logistics. Robins AFB is the home of the Air Force Materiel Command's Warner Robins Air Logistics Complex WR-ALC FLZ, which is the worldwide manager for a wide range of aircraft, engines, missiles, software, and avionics and accessories components. The commander of WR-ALC is Brigadier General Jennifer Hammerstedt. It is one of 3 Air Force air logistic complexes, the others being Oklahoma City Air Logistics Complex OC-ALC at Tinker Air Force Base, Oklahoma, and Ogden Air Logistics Complex OO-ALC at Hill Air Force Base, Utah. The host unit at Robins AFB is the 78th Air Base, Wing 78 ABW, which provides services and support for the Warner Robins Air Logistics Complex and its tenant organizations. History. The War Department, in search of a site for an Army Air Corps depot, selected the sleepy whistle stop town known as Wellston, Georgia, 18 miles south of Macon. Army Colonel Charles Thomas, originally from Atlanta, landed at the Herbert Smart Airport near Camp Wheeler near Macon in October 1941 to oversee the building of the location, which would later become the home to Wellston Air Depot at Robins Field, later to become Robins AFB. It was Colonel Thomas who chose the name Robins for his mentor Brig General Augustine Warner Robins. Brig General Robins is considered the father of logistics for his system of cataloging supplies and materials. He had a lengthy military career prior to becoming the chief of the Air Corps Materiel Division. Robins traveled in China disguised as a millionaire tourist, collecting intelligence for the Army. He also went to Mexico, where he served under General John J. Pershing in the Army's campaign against Pancho Villa. He trained during World War I to become a pilot, earning his wings in June 1918. He didn't get to see combat because the war was ending. Robins suffered a near-fatal plane crash in 1921, in which his jaw and arm were severely broken. Brig General Robins died of a heart attack on Father's Day, 16 June 1940, at Randolph Field, Texas, while he was commandant of the Air Corps Training Center. After World War II, the number of military and civilian employees dropped until in March 1946 it reached a total of only 3,900. The workforce grew again as the base supported the Berlin airlift, until by 1949 the workforce had grown again to 11,000. When the Air Force closed down its maintenance depots at the former Brooklyn AFB in Mobile, Alabama, and the former Olmsted AFB in Middleton Township, Pennsylvania, Robins AFB assumed the workload of these depots. On 28 October 1949, Robins AFB became the headquarters of the 14th Air Force, the numbered Air Force responsible for administering the Air Force Reserve and the Air National Guard. Some Robins AFB SAC units went to Guam or Vietnam during the Vietnam War and took part in many of the bombing missions. Maintenance teams from Robins frequently traveled to Southeast Asia to repair severely damaged aircraft. Robins AFB eventually managed the Lockheed C-141, C-7, and the F-15 Eagle, as well as modifying the C-130s to the gunship configuration. Robins played a key role in the Vietnam War 1964-73, supplying troops and material through the Southeast Asian Pipeline and modifying a C-119G/K and a C-130 gunships. Also playing a role were the C-141, the C-130, the C-123, and the C-124 cargo aircraft, all maintained at Robins. In 1973, these same C-141s supported the resupply of Israel in the Yom Kippur War. In October 1983, C-130s from Robbins supported U.S. forces in the invasion of Grenada. Between 1977 and 1981, Robbins was the air base used by former President Jimmy Carter during his tenure on visits to his hometown of Plains. SAC B-52s left Robbins in 1983, leaving the 19th Wing as the sole SAC unit on the base with its KC-135s. Modern era. In 1990-91, during the Persian Gulf War, Robbins provided record numbers of parts, repairs, and personnel to coalition forces in the Persian Gulf. Robbins maintained F-15 Eagles, and the M-8 Joint Stars played key roles in defeating the Iraqi military powers. In March-June 1999, during Operation Allied Force, the same employees and weapon systems played a decisive role in defeating the forces of the Yugoslavian President Slobodan Milosevic. In 1996, the Georgia Air National Guard's 116th Fighter Wing at Dobbins AFB relinquished their F-15 aircraft and moved to Robbins, transitioning to B-1 Lancer bombers and being redesignated as the 116th Bomb Wing. That same year, the former 93rd Bomb Wing at Robbins was reactivated as the 93rd Air Control Wing with the M-8 Joint Stars aircraft. In 2001, the B-1 bombers left Robbins AFB and the Georgia Air National Guard entered into a merged Active Guard Associate Wing arrangement in the Joint Stars mission with the Active Air Force, with the Air National Guard holding lead responsibility as the 116th Air Control Wing. The Warner-Robins Air Logistics Complex and Robbins AFB form the largest single industrial complex in the state of Georgia. The 23,000 civilian employees have an annual payroll over $1 billion. The logistic complex manages and overhauls the F-15, C-5 Galaxy, C-130 Hercules, and the C-130 gunships and all of the Air Force's helicopters. In addition, the complex also supports the C-17 Globemaster Roman III and U-2 aircraft. Until June 2008, Robbins was also the home of the KC-135s of the 19th Air Refueling Group, when the unit was inactivated, then reactivated a month later as the 19th Airlift Wing at Little Rock, AFB, Arkansas. The M-8s of the 116th Air Control Wing continues to operate at Robbins as a combined regular Air Force and Georgia Air National Guard Air Control Wing, and the headquarters of the Air Force Reserve Command is also located on the base. The metropolis of Warner-Robins, Georgia has grown in proportion to become the sixth largest city in Georgia. For a brief period, Robbins AFB was the home of the C-27J Schoolhouse. The schoolhouse officially began classes at Robbins Air Force Base, Georgia on 9 September 2009. L-3 Link, a subsidiary of the former L3 Technologies, operated the official C-27J Schoolhouse at the Georgia Department of Defense's fixed-wing flight facility at Robbins AFB. This flight facility included training classrooms, computer learning center, a 100-person auditorium, flight planning, and fight operations areas. The facility also housed the resident government flight representative and aviation program team assigned to the C-27J contract. Fixed-wing flight facility Robbins AFB is also home of Hotel Company, 171st Aviation Regiment, Georgia Army National Guard, flying the cargo delivery short C-23 Sherpa. The schoolhouse was deactivated when the Air Force divested its C-27J fleet as part of the 2014 National Defense Authorization Act. On 1 April 2016, an EF-1 tornado ripped through the northeast corner of Centerville and continued over Robbins Air Force Base, ripping off hangar roofs. Robbins was one of several filming locations used in the 2020 disaster film Greenland, with the protagonist and his family being sent to the base to be evacuated in advance of a catastrophic comet impact. Major commands: Air Service Command, 22 July 1942 redesignated Army Air Forces Materiel and Services Command, 17 July 1944. Redesignated Army Air Forces Technical Service Command, 31 August 1944. Redesignated Air Technical Service Command, 1 July 1945. Redesignated Air Materiel Command, 9 March 1946. Redesignated Air Force Logistics Command, 1 April 1961, 1 July 1992. Air Force Materiel Command, 1 June 1992 present. Air Force Reserve Command, 17 February 1997 present. Major units assigned. Role and operations. Warner Robins Air Logistics Complex has worldwide management and engineering responsibility for the repair, modification, and overhaul of the F-15 Eagle, C-130 Hercules, C-17 Globemaster Roman III, and C-5 Galaxy, C-5M Super Galaxy, Boeing F-15E Strike Eagle, ARC-4 Global Hawk. In addition to these weapon systems, the ALC has worldwide management responsibility for the UMINUS-2S Dragon Lady, all Air Force helicopters, all special operations aircraft, and their peculiar avionics systems. The center also provides logistic support for all the C-17 Globemaster Roman III, Air Force missiles, vehicles, general-purpose computers, and many avionics and electronic warfare systems used on most Air Force aircraft. Through about 7,000 employees, the Warner Robins Air Logistics Complex WR-ALC provides depot maintenance, engineering support, and software development to major weapon systems F-15, C-5, C-130, C-17, and Special Operations Forces SOF aircraft. The complex achieves command objectives, providing a capability/capacity to support peacetime maintenance requirements, wartime emergency demands, aircraft battle damage repair, and a ready source of maintenance of critical items. Reorganized on 17 July 2012 from an Air Logistics Center to an Air Logistics Complex, it currently consists of 5 groups, see below. 78th Air Base Wing. The wing provides support for Robins AFB and its 39 associate units. Responsible for logistics readiness, medical, civil engineer. 78th Mission Support Group, 78th Medical Group, 78th Civil Engineer Group, 78th Security Forces Squadron, 78th Operations Support Squadron, 78th Controller Squadron, 78th Communications Directorate, 402nd Aircraft Maintenance Group, 402 AMCS, provides programmed depot maintenance PDM and unscheduled repair activities on F-15, responsible for the repair, modification, reclamation, and rework of over 200 aircraft worldwide. Prepares and deploys combat aircraft, battle damage repair, after crash recovery, and supply and transportation teams worldwide. 402nd Commodities Maintenance Group, 402 CMXG, provides depot maintenance support to major weapons systems, primarily F-15, applies industrial engineering and production control programs and procedures. 402nd Electronics Maintenance Group, 402 EMCSC, provides combat-ready avionics parts and services to our warfighting forces. Production encompasses 75% of the Air Force organic workload, consisting of 275 key systems incorporating 6,100 discrete items. Transformed capability into effects through outstanding depot-level test, maintenance, manufacturing, repair, and engineering capabilities for all Department of Defense services and foreign military sales. 402nd Maintenance Support Group, 402 MXSG, provides logistics support for depot maintenance repair facilities and provides plant facilities, equipment engineering, calibration, and installation support to the wing's infrastructure. The unit is organized into 2 squadrons: the Industrial Services Squadron, which manages capital investment-related programs, and the Maintenance Material Support Squadron, which is responsible for determining, establishing, maintaining, forecasting, and transporting inventory of consumable and exchangeable material required for depot maintenance. 402 Software Engineering Group 402 SWEG. Tenant Units. Air Force Reserve Command Headquarters, 492nd Special Operations Wing Detachment 1, 461st Air Control Wing USAF, 116th Air Control Wing Georgia A&G, 689th Combat Communications Wing, 5th Combat Communications Group, Shins Group, Army Aviation Support Facility Robins AFB, Hotel Company, 171st Aviation Regiment Seamanist 23 TAC, Seamanist 27J Aircraft Qualification Schoolhouse, 94th Aerial Port Squadron, 367th Recruiting Group, Robins NCO Academy, Air Force Metrology and Calibration Program Office of Metcal. Based units. Flying and notable non-flying units based at Robins Air Force Base. Units marked GSU are geographically separate units, which, although based at Robins, are subordinate to a parent unit based at another location. United States Air Force. Museum of Aviation. Near the base is the Museum of Aviation, begun in 1981, has 4 major structures on its 51 acres and more than 85 historic aircraft. The museum is also home to the Georgia Aviation Hall of Fame, which honors outstanding Georgians prominent in aviation. The approximate 85 aircraft and missiles on display include a B-1, a B-52, an F-15, an F-16, an SR-71, a Marietta, Georgia-built B-29, and a C-123 modified. It has become a major regional educational and historical resource that hosts more than 500,000 visitors annually. Geography. The base is located in northeastern Houston County, bordered to the west by the city of Warner Robins. The Ocmulgee River is to the east. It is 17 miles 27 km south of Macon. Demographics. The base is the single largest industrial complex in Georgia, employing a workforce of over 25,584 civilian, contractor, and military members. As of the 2010 census, the residential population on the base was 1170, in 231 households, 203 of which were families. There were 245 housing units. The racial makeup of the base residents was 72.6% white, 18.5% Black or African American, 0.3% Native American, 2.1% Asian, 0.6% Pacific Islander, 0.6% some other race, and 5.3% from 2 or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 9.2% of the population. 72.3% of the households had children under the age of 18 living with them. 75.3% were headed by married couples living together. 7.4% had a female householder with no husband present, and 12.1%. 11.7% of all households were made up of individuals, and none had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.33, and the average family size was 3.62. 28.4% of the residential population were under the age of 18. 38.4% were from 18 to 24. 27.5% were from 25 to 44. 5.2% were from 40. The median age was 21.5 years. For every 100 females, there were 157.1 males, and for every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 196.1 males. For the period 2011-15, the estimated median annual income for a household in the base was $62,125, and the median income for a family was $62,355. Male full-time workers had a median income of $28,529 versus $35,500 for females. The per capita income for the base was $20,122. About 7.8% of families and 8.2% of the population were below the poverty line, including 11.4% of those under age 18 and none of those aged 65 or over. Tornadoes. As with the adjacent city of Warner Robins, tornadoes have continually plagued the base since its inception, with the 1950s seeing at least 2 catastrophic tornadoes strike the area. The first one occurred on 30 April 1953, when an F4 tornado with winds of over 200 mph hit the base, killing 18 people and injuring 300 more. Just 10 months later, on March 13, 1954, a long-tracked phone tornado struck the base, killing 1 and injuring 5. To date, at least 7 tornadoes have hit the base and the surrounding area,